Hello. What's up? How are you doing? Hi, starseeds, indigos, crystals, rainbows, rainbow wearers, rainbow warriors, light workers, light warriors. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm just waking up a couple hours in. All right. Energy update. I am Akasha Azurite. I am going to be hosting today's Ascension Energy Update. Lots going on in the cosmos. Lots going on with solar flares. So I'm just going to tune in to what needs to be said from our Ascension councils, our evolution support team, the Guardians, Syrian councils and Syrian Arcturians, and also from us, Starseeds, Indigos, Crystals, Rainbow Warriors, all of us that have different frequencies that are the Guardians that came in here. Now we have like Guardians, Ambassadors, all different types of council members that have come in here. Light workers and also healers. So we have lots of healers, and usually we start off as healers in the beginning. Some of us do. We also have high angelics here too. So starseeds, star children, and angelics too that are here. Ancient elders. We have a lot of ancient elders. I'm one of the ancient elders. Well, we're multidimensional. We're multidimensional as it is, so I have probably about 1 million of me's, of high angelics that I've been integrating to go to the oversoul level and then to the avatar consciousness, avatar state of consciousness, which that's like billions multidimensional altogether. So I hope everyone's doing well. I'm Akasha Azurite, and this is my YouTube channel that I started for Starseeds, for all of us crazies out there, I call it, that are really awake and very, very, when I say awake, I'm going to say that we had amnesia and our memories were wiped when we came in here. Our memories were completely wiped. We also have seals too that were put on us so we don't remember anything, and those have to do with frequency fences. I call them frequency fences that we hit when we start waking up. I guess that's what we'll be talking about today, but we're going to go back to Ascension Energy Update first. So let me write this down because I flow in quantum. So when you're flowing with me, I'll be all over the place, and that's normal. So a lot of us that were diagnosed with ADHD and all these other diagnoses, just want you to know you're quantum the whole time, okay? When you're scatterbrained and you're all over the place and you have to be grounded and normal, all the things that they told us growing up, they're wrong. You actually probably had your super quantum computer system, which is your light body Merkaba, fully intact and activated on, okay? Which means, yeah, thank you. Which means nobody understood you at all. So it's very normal for us to be all over the place and completely scatterbrained, is what they call us, when people would make fun of us, or ADHD, or having different types of hyper disorders and other mental disorders. Some mental disorders have to do with entities and attachments, but that's like a whole nother podcast for that, because I will be doing podcasts, but these are me just doing lives, and then I'll have podcasts. So if you guys want me to touch base on that, I can, tuning in with the councils. So it's very quantum for us to be hyper and having these type of disorders. We came in here to activate and also bring people out of their boxes. So most likely, from what I've done studying of myself and then of other children, a lot of us have our Merkaba vehicles Thank you. Hi. A lot of us have our Merkaba vehicles fully on and intact, okay? It is, a lot of us are awakened when we come in here. We get shut down because of all the fear programming and the control orders that are here, and all the chemicals and everything else that they put in our bodies in order to shut us down completely. That way we're just walking dead cells, okay? And that is the truth. I was a walking dead cell at once, and all kinds of shit all at the same time. So you're not really batshit crazy. You're just high in quantum. Just want you to know that. You're high in quantum. You might have some certain things, maybe some entities and attachments from birth coming in here, coming into the system, but that can be cleared. Okay, so please don't worry about that. If you're all over the place and doing stuff, or you're sporadic, or you're like, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna drop everything, sell all my stuff, and I'm leaving, and people, whatever people want to call you, you're moving from one place to the next place, and you're all over the place, and you're ADD, and you're all like completely like disembodied, like, all over the place. You're actually very quantum. I just want you to know that. So you actually fluctuate at a 5D, not knowing that you fluctuate at a 5D. Okay, just want you to know that this is what the hires explain, that you're actually, if you fluctuate at a very quantum level, you actually know about how to work in a sacred geometry movement and an acceleration of quantum, not knowing you did. So please, anybody who's ever said anything to you, or made fun of you, or doped you up on medication when you were younger, or whatever it is, they're wrong, and I'm just letting you know. So we'll go into that another day. I just want to voice myself, because we are very different, all of us together, and all of us are starseeds here, and all of us have originated from different solar systems, galaxies too. This actually was, a lot of us are from the Andromeda galaxy, so just want everyone to know about that too. Okay, this is what's coming through for today. We're all going to be unique and authentic and different. A lot of us have higher selves multidimensionally that could be fluctuating at a 12D, working on all kinds of crazy shit all at one point and one time. So a lot of things that you are doing, you might not realize that your higher selves are working on something. Okay, you need to make that connection with your higher self in order to get all the multidimensionals together as one, to see what are we working on, what exactly are we doing in that oversoul level, and kind of start directing all of them, and take your power back, at least with your higher self, and say, okay, I want to learn how to drive the ship, because you're doing crazy stuff and my whole life is falling apart. So can you tell me why this is happening? All right, we'll move into the next. You are all pure beings. Everyone here on this planet is pure. I know that there's a lot of darkness on this planet, and I totally understand. I understand that, but I do believe in the pure light that is still there within the all. Okay, you wouldn't be able to come in here through your mother's vagina if you didn't have a spark of pure light of source. Just want you to know that. Okay, and that's hands down is the truth. If you actually experience going out completely, like I have, going all the way out and a rebirth, coming all the way back in, and source and the creators and all of them showing you how everything is started, how everything is created. Okay, when you actually have that experience, you're going to realize that everyone is a pure light, a spark of light coming in here. Okay, the soul is pure in itself. All right, and those are facts. It's the corruption of the system. It's the system in itself coming in here is what, in the muta, the plugins, yeah, and the seals. Okay, that actually, that's fine, alters personality, creates the darkness within the soul. Okay, so everyone does start off with a spark of light, a pure source. All right, we're going to do live with solar flares. All right, so my experiences Okay, I'm on a 12, I fluctuate between a 12D light body and 15 dimensional light body activation. So I'm going to break this down for you when you do get to this light body, and light bodies are the Merkaba vehicles and the different Merkaba phases that you will go through. I have a sun portal through my third eye. This is a sun system in itself. This is a solar Merkaba vehicle, what I'm riding in. This is a conscious ship, and I'm going to say what I'm riding in because it's my ship, and then it's hooked up to my family ship too from the Andromeda Galaxy. Okay, so I'm going to just break it down for you just so you have an understanding of what I experience when I see solar flares activate and come through. Okay, the portal in my third eye is the sun. Okay, everything within us is within external. Okay, so the whole planet is within me, right? My third eye is a sun portal, right? So when you start looking at the sun and you start going into those high DMT activations, sit there and think about, kind of open up and expand on that one about what is really the sun, right? Have you guys ever had those DMT moments or tripping on shrooms or something? You're really looking at the sun and trying to figure out, so like, what is this? Is this like the third eye, right? Is this like the all-seeing eye up here? That's what I started to think, because my third eye is the sun. And when you look at the pulsatings of the sun, when you actually look at the ripples of the sun and the vortex of the sun and the Merkaba vehicle of the sun, which is a star in itself, there's multidimensionals of it, multidimensionals of the sun, and all different dimensions. And then we do have other suns that are up there too, as well, which are, to me, other star systems. And I'm going to say star systems, other suns, other stars that are suns up there too. And it's multidimensional. And when I say multidimensional, that it can exist in about 15 dimensions or more than 15 dimensions. Depends on what density level that you're looking at. Okay. The portal on my third eye is the sun. So I'm on a solar Merkaba vehicle. So when I look at the sun, that's how my third eye looks all the time, is pulsating out like the sun. If you look at the ripples of the sun and the gates of the sun, and tune into the actual stargate of the sun itself and the multidimensional of the sun, when you get to your solar Merkaba phase, light body, you're going to realize that your third eye is very similar looking and pulsates like the sun. Okay? Just wanted you to know, when you get to this level, you're not going crazy, that you're at a solar Merkaba vehicle level. And I do have the complete download for this Merkaba. I do call it the 44 Suns Merkaba system. This is a whole plasma system, solar system in itself. You should be able to start learning how to teleport by then. When you get to this level, translocation is going to take a little bit of time. Translocation is teleportation in the physical body. That's going to take a lot longer because of the density of the planet and also the density of the physical human body in itself. Possibility, yes it is. Okay? We're already doing it. The next thing, what? Okay. The next thing, I'm going to explain, how do I see solar flares, okay? You might experience this. We will think it is a prophet dream, of course. Most likely you'll think it's a prophet dream. You might receive in your dreams the solar flares and the solar activities, okay? Today and last night and for the past few years, I've been on the Oversoul system. That's fine, and higher. The Oversoul construction system since 33, possibly 32, okay? The solar flares, the flares will come off whatever sun that I'm looking at, but this is definitely our 5D sun and the 7th dimensional sun that I'm getting the pulsatings from. I'm literally hooked up to the sun. And I'm going to say through the heart and through my solar plexus, because I'm on a plasma system and I'm learning how to feed off of solar energy at this point in time. This is my new mastery that I'm working on. Am I allowed to talk about this? Okay. The next things is how do I receive the solar flares? So the solar flares, the pulsatings from the sun, the activity will happen, and in my dream state, it depends on what time it is. It could be 2 o'clock in the morning. So the pulsatings from the sun that I'm hooked up to, okay, what is it? I've hooked up to is from the Andromeda Galaxy. Okay, so this one that I'm working with, and I'm also working with this, that was the Andromeda Galaxy sun that I hooked myself up to. I've done some crazy shit and some crazy shit. If you rolled with me for a while, you'd be like, what are you doing? Then you would have to walk with me through all the shit that I did, hooking myself up to the Andromeda Galaxy suns and just watching like the craziest show that you've ever seen. Going, what the hell? And then I have to go back with my whole councils, and we all have to open up books, and like literally books, and they're all sitting there walking around with me going, all right, Brittany, what did you do? But my real name is Brittany, but they call me Akash. And they have to walk backwards with me and go, all right, open up all the books that you have writing in. Let's figure out what you did. Okay? You hooked yourself up to the Andromeda Galaxy sun. Okay, are you frying? Yes. All right. So let's figure out how to come back. Okay, sweetheart. How do we get you? How do we get you back down? How do we get you fixed because you're frying right now? Going like in energy surges. I've done some crazy stuff, but I do it for you guys to anchor in templates, and I realize that my higher self does things for the all, for all of us. Anyways, going back, so you'll have the sun pulsating, I would say about 2 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, we have pulsatings from the Andromeda Galaxy, from the suns from the Andromeda Galaxy. How do I receive this? We're going to go back because I'm being quantum right now. I receive it while I'll be laying in bed like this, and I literally will start seeing the sun in my third eye. I'll see the actual sun, and the rays were ultraviolet and blue. And this is the 5D sun, and I know we have another sun that's passing, in a sense, behind it from the Andromeda Galaxy. So I will see the pulsatings start coming from the sun, and I will start seeing the sun right in, like literally laying over me, and I could see it passing, like in a video, over my third eye. And that's how I know that we are getting solar activities and solar flares. Sometimes the flares will be so extreme that it literally will like start pulsating through my physical body, which that's going to happen, and will start busting open anything in my head that has anything pulsating within my physical body that needs to be decalcified. Okay, will start bursting open in my chakras. Let's say we have you need to decalcify your throat chakra, or the third eye. My third eye was bursted open a year ago, even more, by solar flares from the sun, the actual sun, because of the system that I was on. If you can follow me, it literally bursted open everything, and everything that had like that cake and that layers of muck. If you guys ever know, and be able to look at the chakras and the cakeness, kind of like all, I'm gonna say like the density and the debris, it decalcified itself. It literally, the pulsatings of the solar flares when I was 33 bursted open everything, like bursted open all my chakras, everything in my head, the whole grid system within my head, and just was like explosion. Okay, like literally like a supernova in my body, and was breaking through and decalcifying and ripped open everything in my whole grid system, chakra system here in the higher chakras. Okay, this will actually happen. So if you have this experience, that's beautiful and amazing. Okay, it will happen to you. I didn't ask for it to happen. This is my journey. Okay, this is what my higher do. This is the higher coming in. This is my connection to multidimensional star systems and multidimensional suns. Okay. I then, after that happened, it started bursting open, because you have to decalcify your third eye, and there's a lot more than just your third eye. Different chakra points within the brain, and there's seals too. Okay, the seals were bursted open too as well during that point in time. I got up in fear, which hit a frequency fence and wires, I call them. Well, they call them wires. My higher selves and my councils and my guardians that I work with, they're Christos guardian races. Some galactics that were around me at that time, really, they weren't 100%, and I had to get rid of them because I realized that I came in here for something way different. I'm an observer of the big game. Okay, of kind of like, I'm like a huge elder council member coming in. And now I'm like fully awake, and I'm sitting there calling a lot of their shit out at the same time. For all of us starseeds, crystals. So I had to get rid of a lot of my councils because I don't agree with what they're doing here. So I got bursted open and activated, but you're going to hit a frequency fence. And I woke up from the solar flares bursting open. If this does happen to you, it is the sun. Okay, you guys, it's either the 5D sun, it could be the 7D sun, it could be a star system, it could be a Sirian sun from Sirius, Arcturus, it could be from a different system that is bursting you open and activating you up in the higher chakras, or other chakras too as well. This is where you'll get solar flare activity. So once you get to a certain level, you should be able to receive the solar flares in the plasma frequencies through your third eye. You should be able to see the pulsating of the sun. You should be able to connect to this star. Okay, and you should be able to receive all the plasma and the bursts and the solar flares within yourself. Are we going back onto, okay, anyways, so after this happened, after all of this happened, and this was when I was 33, after everything bursted open, I received a whole download for a whole Merkaba plasma system, connected to 40, it's called the 44 suns. There's like 44 suns that this plasma system is connected to. So I have been working and building and constructing this whole system, and then advancing up to other systems in the process as well. Okay, so connecting to the pulsatings of the sun, you have to realize that the energy surges. That's fine. I'll go back into the frequency fences. The energy surges are going to be like it's. You have to understand that you're receiving the pulsings of the sun, and we all receive the pulsings of the sun. Okay, so you will have anxiety. I had anxiety. I hit some fences, so I was walking around trying to heal myself because I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I'm literally was telling my higher selves, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm done. All this stuff. Anyways, what it was doing, it was hitting frequency fences of fear, and they were plugins that I was hitting, and seals that I was hitting, and my guardians and my higher selves, multidimensional me's, were walking with me, and as they always do, and calming me down, and telling me it's going to be okay. They'll sit and kind of treat me like the baby, like the nurturing of the baby. And I was able to get through that. Sometimes the frequency fences can be so hard, and when you hit them, that you can end up having panic attacks. But you can also have panic attacks from Ascension symptoms too, which is the solar flares from the sun. So we're always affected. Everyone, even if you're sensitive, awake, you can call it sensitive awake if you want to, the terms. If you're sensitive, okay, to all of this activity, I believe when you're really more open, you're not going to be so sensitive to these solar flares anymore. When you have lots of density, that's when you're going to be affected. So everyone will be affected on this planet. All species will be affected on this planet. So if you know that there's solar flares coming through, please watch people's behaviors and be nurturing to them. especially ones that are not awake, because they will act really weird during this time because they have caked density. You have to be able to see through the veils to be able to see what you're looking at. You have to be able to see their density. I see crystallization on everybody. I see us all as crystals and crystallization, but I can still see their density. I can see the things that are on the cakeness of the density that's on them, and then the EMF waves and how you guys sit and watch television. You're on computers for years and years and years. You should see what that does to your auric field. Okay, it looks like kind of like sprouted spider webs all over you, and like black caked all over you. Just want you to know that. That is exactly what it looks like. You can heal it and you can clear it. So when these pulsatings are coming in from the sun, okay, and the pulsatings, what it's doing is it's clearing your density, and it's shaking everything up. So of course the light body, every cell in my structures were vibrating like really fast. So that would cause the anxiety from the flares in the heart. And then I was at the point of all the shit that I went through for almost 7 years, since 2012. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing anything else. So that's like the true elder waking up and true elder speaking through me, where it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is ridiculous. I just want to just get there. We know we have density on our bodies. So you will hit fences, and you can hit wires during this time, which could cause you to have panic attacks or even worse. Okay? If you experience these symptoms, you need to realize that you're hitting a frequency fence, most likely on a seal, or you're hitting a wire, and they call it tripping on a wire. Since I woke up, when I would see into the crystal matrix, because I would only see into the crystal matrix. I was actually really lucky. A lot of people would see all kinds of beings, dark beings and stuff like that. I would only see the crystal matrix, and I would hit a fence. But that's probably why. It's because I was seeing the crystal matrix and I was hitting a frequency fence. So it's tripping on a wire, we call it. And I guess they say you can become fragmented or fractaled. I've heard of this too. And you can have sheer panic attacks during this time. Just want you to know that. The panic attacks is also the vibrational frequency of the fences being broken down within you, within the 3D and the 4D matrix being broken down within you. But you have to understand, it's like the cage of the imprisonment, of the internal imprisonment that's inside of you. I'm still decalcifying my imprisonment within the mind matrix, and I'm going to say the mind matrix of what it is, and they call it a maze and whatever crap that they call here. Which I think is absolutely ridiculous. We should learn how to just dismantle everything. Dismantle, deactivate all mazes, mind mazes, all traps, all pain traps. Learn how to do that. Just go deactivate, dismantle, deactivate, dismantle. You're not understanding that when you construct your light body, it is a super conscious vehicle. It is super quantum. It's a super quantum computer system in itself. Okay? This is the vehicle. So you have to think of it as a computer system. So you want to just go deactivate, dismantle, and then you'll be sitting there running around. When you get your downloads in, you're going to realize that it is a conscious ship in itself and a conscious computer system. So traps, all traps and pain traps, and you will hit, you will be eternally breaking down the 3D matrix maze system. And then there's a 3D matrix mind maze system. They call it a maze. It's stuff I've been learning. I've heard about boxes too, and I'm just like, I can't believe what the hell is going on here, being a high galactic council member. I'm just like, this is absolutely ridiculous that we still have this going on. Yeah, I see it more experimental from intruder races and different galactic races that are in charge here, and I think that is a bunch of bullshit too, and they need to fly out on their ships. That's what I feel. I told them to get off this planet. I actually did. I said, get off this planet right now, that you guys are hurting the human species races. That's why I get a lot of interference. Anyways, moving on. We have technology. We do have the technology and the Do I have Facebook? Yes. It's Akasha Azurite. I have a group. I have a Starseed Evolution Facebook group that you guys can all join. Anyways, we're going to move on. They do have technology. We do have technology coming in, different types of technology, new technology that is coming in after a lot of us that are here as guardians have been sitting here screaming for a while, saying, get the hell in here and get other galactics off this planet, different Truda races. But then there's some other galactics that are supposed to be light beings, and are allowing this experiment shit to go on with the human race. I'm like, we can speed this shit up really fast. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is my elder coming in from Andromeda saying, you guys better work. If I'm fully awake right now, we're gonna have like serious consummate meetings right now about what's going on with the experiments. So learn how to deactivate and deactivate. You will have to clear all the density within your body. So going back to the solar flares are actually helping us, okay? The solar flares are helping us clear the density in the body. It is a beautiful experience if you know how to get up and navigate through it. Navigating through it would be getting up. Now this whole side went down, but I went into a place with a lot of chemicals, and when you're at a certain level with your quantum computer system fully intact, your light body, okay? You're not going crazy. You're literally gonna have to knock a lot of people out of your life, because a lot of people are gonna think like, maybe you complain too much or don't know what the hell is going on with you at all. You're probably just gonna have to take everyone and go, you know what, I'm done, and go run away. And with people that are still fluctuating from the 3 and the 40, they're not going to understand this. So I went into a place with a bunch of chemicals. First of all, my Merkaba vehicle is going to start going off, and the Merkaba is a quantum computer system in itself. It will start talking to you when you get to an oversoul level and to an avatar level. Okay, it is a conscious ship. It is big. All right, you guys have to look at the vastness of this plasma system that you're rolling in on. You're rolling around, flying around on a plasma Merkaba system, and you don't know how to drive it yet. That's crazy. So when I walk into a place, all right, that is completely full of poison, I'm talking about every place we walk into. I mean, think about this for a minute. Amazon is great. Just want you guys to know. You don't have to go anywhere. You go in, I went into this place that has a lot of chemicals in it, and I started getting a headache as soon as I came back. My Merkaba system, which is, I call it Siri. Siri is the name of my Merkaba, but I'm actually talking to my oversoul. And we'll start going off, there's poison in your system, poison in your system, poison in your system, poison. It literally will start signaling me and communicating and speaking, okay? And will tell me what's going on. So I went down, but I realized too that I had a bunch of stuff going on at the same time, that we had a bunch of solar activity and solar flares happening. So I was laying in bed, and I was like, okay, I'm going down, I'm going to sleep. At 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 to 3 to 4 o'clock, that's when I started seeing the sun passing over me in my third eye. That's how I knew we were getting a pulsating. The pulsating is a new frequency that's coming in. We have pulsatings from other galaxy systems that are actually happening all at once. Just want you guys to know that, okay? The pulsatings are, well, I'm getting a pulsating from the Andromeda Galaxy. So the same sun system, that's fine. Okay, so it's in the new diamond sun. I call it the new diamond sun, which I know that we just switched out the sun. We just switched the sun. Anyways, so I said, whatever. The pulsatings from the sun, I could see it passing over my third eye. And I woke up like this, and I was like, okay, we're getting solar flare activities. We're getting solar activities, okay? So when you see the sun in your third eye in your dream state, you should know and be really proud of yourself that you just hit a really high level, okay? So congratulations to all of us, guardians, starseeds, crystals, all of you, angelics. Yay! You finally get to see it, okay? You can see it in a vision. That means you're actually hooked up. You're becoming very in aligned to this beautiful star that we're working with, okay? And this is a Christed diamond frequency, but we have new ones coming in too. I can't talk about it. I love you guys, but this system, I had guardians come in telling me that I can't talk about this new strand that we're bringing in, but we are bringing in new activations and new strands right now, okay? New root ray strands, okay? Next thing is all the new babies that are being born and beautiful babies that are being born, okay? Most likely are going to have new strands coming in, okay? Or are working on activating a strand coming in here, right? Please, please, please be consciously aware of these new babies coming in here. They're highly telepathic and they're going to need a lot of help. They need high vibrational sceneries. They need crystals. They need love, no drama, no negativity whatsoever. They're going to need like top of the line holographic conscious realities big time, okay? Seriously. Just letting you know, anyone that's pregnant out there or is carrying, you have like a super baby coming in. So please be consciously aware of it. They're going to bring you out of your box completely. These are the new babies that are coming in. Their Merkaba vehicles are fully intact, fully quantum. They're going to run circles around you and they're going to clear your density at the same time. But they really, really need conscious parenting, conscious realities, clean water, clean food, clean everything. Okay, like the energy has to be completely perfect and clear and clean for them, because they vibrate higher. That was enough. Okay, so anyways, this is all connected. If you notice, everything that I'm saying to you right now is all connected. We have new babies coming in. My friend just had a new baby. If you're watching my channel, Andrew, I love you. Your daughter is beautiful. Her name is Aurora, which is really funny. Beautiful, beautiful baby. Very, very funny. I was actually tuning into a new baby being born, which I believe is Aurora, okay? She's named after the Aurora Councils, and I was like, yay, so beautiful. And she's going to raise your frequencies, and she's going to be running you guys around in circles. So congratulations. Everything is all connected. So they're connected to the whole new system that's coming in. Just wanting you guys to know this, all right? We're going to go back to navigating. So when you know these solar flares hit, we have aurora portals. The sun, the new sun that we have coming in, it's definitely, you can say it's a new sun, but I know when the sun was transferred, and I know it sounds crazy, but the sun was transferred. This sun was transferred. The sun is in an aurora frequency. If you know what the aurora is, the aurora light body, you would have to understand you would have to research the aurora light body and to understand, yeah, silver sun, blue, I'm getting blue silver, I'm getting ultraviolets, but that's from the different suns that are behind it that are going to be transferring in. It all depends on what dimension you fluctuate in, but if you're still fluctuating in 3 or 4D, that's okay, because you still have a new sun, okay? If you're fluctuating in higher dimensions, you're going to have maybe a few suns you're connected to, not just one. You could have 2 suns. I know Lisa Transcendence Brown has 2 suns. I'm seeing 3 suns, okay, and all these stargates, which is really cool. You can actually walk into higher dimensions. It's very real, and then you'll see people walking around you in different dimensions, and that's like a whole nother level. But the sun that's coming in is Aurora, and it is going to be Aurora in the 3. I don't know what you guys think. This is my personal opinion. Coming from an elder, I believe it's in the 3D, 4D, and 5D. I feel like that I'm fluctuating in and out just to kind of like check. I sit here like, and I kind of do these checks with my multidimensional councils and my family from Andromeda that are here that I'm actually seeing standing in front of me. And we're all sitting here kind of like checking through different dimensions just to make sure that it's still in the 3D, okay? Making sure that we're pulsating this aurora, I'm going to say the aurora sun, Christed diamond aurora sun, into the 3D and to the 4D. We're like in charge of the suns here, right? Yeah, one of our contracts. I'd rather take this contract than other contracts I've seen. So we're kind of fluctuating in and out to check the sun to make sure that we have it coming into the 3D too. Okay, which is considered the prison system, but the prison system was completely knocked down. So we did a great job coming in here and transferring over. We still have we have years and years of working, but we could probably speed it up really quantumly fast. It can happen. Magi Girl Line, yes, Magis. My husband is Magi. My husband is a Blu-ray Magi from a Holy Grail line. He's my love. We're really advanced in our abilities. He's not on here with me, but he's here. So I'm the one who talks all the time. This is my role, and my Magi has his role. Now I have my role, but he calls me a rainbow. He calls me the Holy Rainbow, the Holy Rainbow line. I'm of a holy line. We're all from holy lines, holy indigo lines, but apparently he says I'm from a holier line. I'm like, okay, which is beautiful. I'm from a rainbow Magi line. Is it indigo? I'm from I'm from a very holy old line, according to what my husband communicates with me about. From King Arthur. Well, I know I come from those lines from my history, the King Arthur Holy Grail lines. I know that that's going to be on my dad's side. So that is 100%. My dad's an indigo from that Grail line. So I have a few Grail lines of indigos running in streaming through my frequencies. Okay, going back, we're going to go back to navigating. So the pulsatings from the sun, we're getting an activation and a light activation, you guys. All right, so how to navigate through it. Before navigating through it, if you're not in an environment that is 100% clean, and I'm going to say 100% clean, and I'm not talking about cleaning your house, but you do need to clean your house once in a while. I'm talking about soul contracts. If you have people that are fluctuating around you that are in lower frequencies or have violent behavior, or argue all the time, or want to fight all the time, play drama scenes galore into the Matrix system, the show and the narrators, okay, of the shows, you're going to have a harder time navigating through these pulsatings of the sun. Now, everyone needs to clear their density and have the show and have these play outs in order to clear density. Do they or do they not? Do you? If you're consciously awakened for like a few years or just now waking up and you're actually seeing this, you want to change everything in your world to make sure your environment is 100% clean. When I say 100% clean, you want to be able to wake up to listening to meditation music, to be able to go outside and go earth in the ground during this time. And it's really important. Okay? If you are stuck and you feel like you're stuck, you're not stuck. You might need to pack up everything, and you might need to just give up everything for a little while if you need to walk away from this type of environment. And this is the truth. Your higher self will sit there and break everything down for you over and over again until you move. It could be 5 years later, but that's it. Okay, you need to choose yourself and choose your ascension process at one point in time. So environment is going to be important, okay? You will be fighting in a battle for your environment to be literally hands battles, back and forth, if you have soul contracts that are fluctuating. Children are different, you guys. That's a little bit different. You're just going to have to let them be and kind of just, that's like children is going to be self-mastery. That's why I call the two children are all self-mastery. All self-mastery. All these beautiful children. This is going to be a little bit different. You want to be able to wake up, meditate, get outside, because you're going to have stuff come up. When the pulsatings from the sun and the solar flares come, everything's going to hit you at once. You will have anxiety, you'll have ascension symptoms, the maze in your mind, the maze frequency fences and the sparks are going to go poof, 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 poof. You have to understand everything's going to start shaking and rattling within your body, okay? So what did I do this morning? I'm trying to help you navigate through this. I started doing color frequencies I laid there, my head's still hurting. I was sitting there complaining to my family, which is my galactic family. I don't feel well, all this stuff. Anyways, I said, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to start doing color frequencies of my chakras. My sacral, I'm doing blue, silver blue. I told you guys that. It's not orange anymore. I started doing all the way up, clearing my chakras, everything out right away. I will start calling in the guardians through my mind, through my heart center, to start clearing me, because I've been traveling so much and going from place to place. I'm getting implanted with shit, and I already know that. I know because I went into this place, I went into this store. I know I picked up a whole bunch of shit because my field is as big as a football field. Okay, that's what my higher self says. My higher self is like, your field is as big as a football field, Brittany, Akasha. Okay, they call me Brittany or Akash. It depends on which guardian is yelling at me. And they're trying to explain to me that when I go into places, I'm picking up stuff. Okay, I could pull in my field, but that's a big field to pull in. So I know right away I have to do clearing. So I do my space commands. I call it Commanding My Space by Lisa Renee. I love all her work. Start researching her work for self-defense, psychic self-defense. You guys can do that. Bye. I hope you had a great lunch. Love you.
So far, so good.
I'm on a live. Yes, you can watch it later. My soul sister, thank you so much. I love you for letting me park it with you for a little bit. The next thing, yeah, Lisa Renee has awesome stuff working with the guardians. You can do it in light language really fast if you speak light language. Anything you do, when you know what's happening, I was like, okay, I know I need removals. I need all this stuff right now. I need to clear my chakras. I have to clear my field. So I'll start doing, it's religious, doing your spiritual clearing every single morning. Every single morning I do the clearings until I am in a place, because I'm traveling. So when you're traveling a lot, I'm traveling a lot. I'm always traveling, and I'm working on more secure stability in my pillar of light. Okay? Because I like to take all these other routes to get back to the route to advance, to strengthen my field. Okay? I still will fluctuate in my little human, where I'd rather do all this other stuff without strengthening my field and my pillar of light for protection. All right, because I worry about all kinds of different things, contracts, council meetings, and also other people and lower stuff, when I should be focusing on strengthening my field. So I will sit there and I do colors up and down to clear my field. I'm doing Commanding My Space. I'm calling in all my hires and going, I need you to do removals right now. Scan and check, scan and check, scan and check through all 15 dimensions of my field. I am rattling, I'm shaking. The maze of the mind is sitting there going, shh, all the shit that you think of, all that stuff that's holding on, all the worries, everything that's coming in right now is starting to break the frequency fence from the pulsatings of the sun, of the flare that just came in, and I knew that. Okay? But my human doesn't. The human part is sitting there going, I don't feel well. I'm sitting there talking to my councils, and they're like, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. And I started doing all of my colors, tones all the way up. And then I activated my 12th dimensional shield, of course, started working on my pillar of light, building and constructing that. And this is all laying in the bed before I get up. So I'm just trying to help you navigate through. Environment is clean and clear. Okay? That I don't have a problem with. I get up and then I started saging right away. I'm not going to say that. My Andromedan family is making funny jokes of what else, other stuff that I did. I was like, that's private. This is, going to the bathroom, all kinds of shit. It was like, I got up, I drank probably about a whole liter or more, a big jug of alkaline water right away because I'm doing heavy work in my dream state. Besides the pulsatings of the sun that are coming through right now and all the energetics before we have gates coming. I'm doing a PMR in my sleep. I'm doing all this really cool stuff to clear my field. Okay. So I'm doing this in my sleep. So I get up and I drink alkaline water, huge jug. You have to hydrate your body right away. You'll feel lethargic. I'm doing all kinds of work in my dream state. Just wanted you to know that. I think one of my higher selves is battling too as well. One of my multidimensional guardians, we're sitting there battling in the dream state, and I kept waking up to that. Pulsatings from the sun, solar flare, passing of the sun through my head, and then I can see my multidimensionals doing all this stuff all at the same time. One of my guardians I know is battling too, still battling. Still like, and he shouldn't be battling. I'm like, you can't battle. It's like, please don't battle. We have to clear your distortions. Anyways, that is the fourth dimension is what he's explaining at this time. That it's not really battling, that he's clearing something. So he has to clear. And he's like, I have to clear. Okay, like I gotta clear this. So it's like energetic light battles, if you want to say, energetic light battles. And then I have some of my family that's way up in the star systems that are doing stuff up there, flying ships and all kinds of shit. And then they come back down and communicate with me. So I'm not really sleeping, you guys. Just wanted you to know that, because we have earthbound stuff, parallel Earth, and then we're up in galactic. Well, you can say galactic light battles if you want to say. Galactic shit, flying ships and everything else up there that's going on above us that you guys don't know about, and you guys won't ever know about it until we establish our real first contact, which won't be till like 2038. Just want you to know that, like, everyone's like sitting there going first contact. I'm like, first contact for real is not even gonna come till like years later, because they just don't want to tell us the truth. Anyways, they're cleaning up a bunch of stuff. So I'm down here letting you know that all my family will be coming in and out, like going up, in and out, telling me what's going on, what are they doing up there. And I'm talking about like, all the ships up above us and in the Andromeda Galaxy and etc. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Welcome to Akasha's life, aka Brittany, human Brittany. This is what I do every single night, and I'm sitting there navigating, clearing up the area that I'm in, and then anchoring in new grid structures from our new solar DNA that's coming in right now. Okay, so I wake up. We're gonna go back to waking up. Drink a bunch of water. I have really cool hydrate, different supplements for hydrating. Okay, alkaline water. Eat. I think I had about 3 bananas. You want to do a shake and start your day. I came outside because I know everything's stirring up and it's hitting my mind matrix of all the lower shit, because that's what will happen. Then you have to scan. Make sure you scan for plugins too, to make sure something didn't plug into you. And that's the reason why you're having all these, all these thoughts coming through in thought forms. So you want to clear the thought forms. Okay, so all you got to do is tell your higher self, start clearing and checking. Call in the Aurora councils, the Aurora hosts, and the guardians. You can call in whoever the hell you want if you want to, but I've been doing this for years and years, and this is definitely the best council I've ever worked with. I've had a lot of councils come to me. I just want you guys to know that. Tons of different councils, and I can't voice myself. I was woken up in extreme, telepathically communicating to about 3 or 4 different councils. Okay, you can call them alien councils, but they're interdimensional councils, metadimensional, all different types of higher councils talking to me. A lot of people don't have this experience. I was like one of the first rocket wavers. That's fine, guys. My Andromedans are funny. Rocket wavers to be popped open in 2011, 2012. I was already awake, but I'm talking about councils, you guys. Okay, this is a little bit different. Way different. All right, it's like that movie in the 13 Monkeys where Bruce Willis is sitting there talking to all those time traveler. That's what it seemed like. That's exactly what it seems like. You're like, okay, what's going on? Anyways, that took a long time. So I'm telling you, this is probably the best councils I went to go work with, but I found home with the Guardian Alliance. So the Guardian Alliance finally started coming to me, but always were coming to me. And then I had other galactics coming to me and other beings coming to me and going, oh, come this way, child. Oh, no, don't come this way. The Guardian Alliance is like, don't go this way, okay? If you have councils telling you and giving you orders, that's not the right council. You guys definitely go to the Guardian Alliance, go to the Arcturian Syrians, and sit there and say, I want to establish a contract with you. Please work with me and do some serious clearing and cleaning. You want to see if you have any plugins. You want to always scan and check every single morning. You want to wake up. This is where you get up to this high galactic level. Okay, so I call in all the Aurora councils, all my guardian races, different councils. I work with Council of 12, which is from the different the second councils, Guardian Alliance councils. So I'll communicate and work with them. Syrians are really beautiful to work with. So I sit there and I'll be like, okay, I have to run and scan and check through my field. I have to scan and check multidimensionally. I have to scan through the whole house and start checking that too. And you want to look at every single thing. What did we look at today? All Metatronic devices, Arctrons, I mean, pretty much running down the line. Implants, all implants, plugins, what has plugged into me. That's fine. Parasites, entities, attachments, you name it. If you really want the information, I'll send you a good rundown list of what you can look at. You want to look at tags, Metatronic tags, that's fine. I want to look at seals to make sure you didn't plug in. So I'll literally be going like this when I wake up and just start unplugging, just to make sure that I didn't do something to plug in. And different, it's fine, frequency fences. So I run around and I'll be going scan, check through every single room. Clear. Look at portals, shut down all portals, and I'm like running around going shut down portals and saging all at the same time. So I'll be running scan, check. All my teams, all my technicians. I need everything completely checked. I need everything completely cleared. What I use, and I'll tell you what I use, is I use Crystal Diamond Sun technology with the Aurora councils. I will plug into certain amplifiers now in planetary networks. So I have the different ones that I will use for advanced protection. And this is what I do when I wake up every single morning. It's not a joke. This is every morning that I do this. And it's usually just through telepathy because I can communicate with them, through the heart center. But I don't play around. And once you get to a certain point and to a certain level and you're tired of all the interference and all the crap, you will get to my level 2. Your higher self will sit there and tell you, this isn't a joke. If you can hear me and you can communicate telepathically with me, then you should be able to do everything at this level and learn how to take care of yourself and learn how to manage your energetics. All right? A lot of people are like, I don't want to do this every single day. Well, then I'm not teaching you anymore. All right? So that's why I was like, our contracts are canceled. This is where I didn't want to do it either, but I'm tired. I was tired of interference. I was tired of plugins. I was tired of, certain sonic frequencies and sonic attacks and everything else. Okay. I've been through some crazy shit, but then I have to move if I'm being attacked really, really bad. And it is attacked. So I don't want to say, oh, it's a victim programming. Yeah, right. When you have sonic frequencies coming in, that's totally different. Okay, you guys, that's totally different when you are trying to get rid of victim programming, okay? and you're really trying to work through that. That's the emotional body and the mental body. That has a lot to do with programming of the control system, that you can take your power back. By taking your power back, you want to call in your guardians and your technicians and your teams. You want to be your higher self and your galactic higher self, and call in, you know, your Sirian higher self, your Sirian Arcturian higher self. You can take your power back by doing that and working with your councils the way that I do. Okay, use their scalar technology. See, where are your holes at? Where do you have holes? Okay, this is a beautiful council to work with. The Aurora councils, Aurora hosts, the different Christos guardian races, amazing councils. That is home for me. I can see them, I can communicate with them. It's a little bit different when you can't see yet. When you start to see them, you will know. They are humanoids, and some of them do look like, we call them aliens, but they're advanced beings. You're one of them too, okay? So you want to start doing, in the morning, start clearing and scanning through everything and just see if there's any holes, okay? If you know that you've had addictions, and that's another thing, if you've had addictions for a long time, all right, growing up, certain addictions or certain attachments, those are gonna be holes too. That's gonna take a long time for healing. That's going to take a long time to sit there and heal the auric field. So I'm just letting you know that's where you're going to have to strengthen your auric field. Okay, let's say you were partying for 8 or 9 years or 20 years. Okay, once you quit doing all these all these addictions, and you throw them away. You are going to have to develop and heal your auric field. That's going to take time. Those are leaks and plugins. Okay, just one of the many. Just want you to know that. Okay, and then clearing through the pain bodies and your emotional body. I'm going to go back to the frequency fence of the maze. The maze is, I call it the mind matrix maze system. You can deactivate and dismantle it every single morning. It might turn back on or spark a wire. Okay, but tell your higher self, turn it off. Once your higher self sees you doing this, the higher you, which is like the Galactic users, are like, oh my God, this is so cool. Look what they're doing. I'm so proud of my lower self. Okay, learning how to do this, you want to turn it off, and you want to realize, stop believing in everything that is being told to you, but you want to scan and check your whole auric field, your whole field. You want to really start looking through your morphogenetic field. You want to sit, meditate, and see, is it a wire, is it a plug-in? What do you need to unplug from? Are you watching too much TV before you go to bed? Okay, what are you putting through your third eye? Honestly, there's a projector screen here, guys. There's a plug-in here. What are you putting into your third eye all night long? That's another thing you really want to look at. If you're sitting there watching fear programmings and control fear programmings all night long and going to bed, you just plugged in. I'm just letting you know. Please be consciously aware of what you're doing, because there will be a time you're going to have to clear the consciousness of your blood, your skin, I mean everything, not just your auric field, not just the consciousness of your field. You're going to have to clear everything in the consciousness of your skin. So let's say that you're watching horror movies like me. You were sitting there watching really bad fear programming and control programming for years, putting it into your brain, into the maze, and going and you're feeding the system basically. You're going to have to clear for all of that. You will literally have to clear everything. So it's going to look like everything that you ever watched, and all the fear programming is going to be coming out, like going poof, poof, kind of like spitting out of your third eye. That's what you're going to be doing. Okay? So please be conscious about what you're doing. What are you doing before you go to bed? What are you putting into your vessel through here every single night? Imagine that. Imagine what you're going to be clearing, and then imagine what it's doing to your whole auric field. Next thing is, that's fine. Turn your phones off before you go to bed. Put everything on airplane mode. All your electronics need to be somewhere else. I would say at least 12 feet. They say at least 12 feet away from you. These are other things you can plug in too. You can also sit there and plug in. So after you sit here and you do your clearing, or you can do what I do with colors, I sit here and we'll start recording the energies that are coming in, what's coming in. We have beautiful new frequencies, new diamond strands that are coming in. New light technology is coming in right now. All new DNA activations are coming in. It's really beautiful. It's beautiful plasma frequencies, lovely plasma frequencies coming in, lovely energies coming in, but it's rattling and shaking in our energetic bodies. That is hitting some wires in the mazes that are going on up here, that the frequency fences, and I'm going to call them maze fences, that we still need to collapse within us, in the internalness within us. We still need to work on clearing and breaking down the matrix system within the physical body. So I already know this, but you want to sit, meditate to see if you have any plugins. See what are you plugging into right now that you can sit in a meditation with your higher self. Either you're going to do deep inner work through your heart chakra. It'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to 30 minutes every single day to wake up and do this with your higher self. Your higher self will be like, yay, so excited. You can sit and learn how to just take your higher self hand, which would be a big hand, and learn how to unplug yourself really fast. Okay? Then you can look at, kind of tune in to the emotional body, mental bodies, and to your other bodies that need help and assistance. What do you need to do in clearing your chakra system? Ask your higher self, what do I need to do for today? What do you need to do to raise your vibrational frequencies? Listen to sound music that's going to help relax you or help pump up your vibration. Walking outside and going and getting out into nature. You can do sun gazing too as well. Okay? Play with cards, play with crystals, make a crystal grid, something that's going to accelerate you, quantumly raise your vibrational frequencies into your heart space. If you're still fluctuating with your heart on and off, look at your environment. Who do you live with? That's going to be one of the biggest things when you wake up. Who do you live with? Okay? Whose heart is closed in your house? All right? That's going to be the next thing. Your heart will go like this. If somebody, we're all connected. So if you have people that heart's closed or different chakra points that are closed, your heart's going to close and your chakra points are going to be going like this. I don't care who you are. We're all connected. Okay? So you're going to be going like this on and off. So these are things you want to look at. You can't really do anything for this person if they're fluctuating at 3D or 4D. Just be positive. Don't make a big scene out of it. Okay, try to learn how to control your emotions and your feelings towards everything. Go meditate, go balance, and see what can you do consciously to keep everything at flow in your environment at a balance and harmonization. Tell your higher selves, your multidimensional teams, the guardians that you're working with to balance everything in the house, balance the conscious fields, and harmonize the conscious fields. This will help you too, okay? This is just to help you navigate through the solar flares that are coming in, all right? This is to accelerate us to new abilities. I'm going to talk about new abilities that are coming online. Everything is advanced, HD advanced. When I say HD, everything that I'm looking out is expanded. Everything is beautiful, serene, blissful, and expanded HD. When you look at the HD television, everything is clear, super clear. That is exactly what I'm seeing. Light speed abilities, light speed movements. So I'm moving from one place to the next in a teleportation, light speed way. Everything that I do is light speed movements. I can actually see the light, like the flashes of the light when I move in different directions. If I'm going to go grab for my phone or grab for water, everything is, I'm literally teleporting almost to grab things. These are the abilities that are coming online with the new flashes, upgrades, DNA upgrades of the sun, you name it, everything that's happening. It's all happening to advance our abilities. These are our galactic abilities, you guys. Galactic abilities, galactic timelines. These are new abilities that are coming on. Okay? Receiving all kinds of information. This is me just drawing, so I will share with you what I have today so far. I will have more coming in because I went to go buy some geometry tools and compasses and all kinds of stuff. So this is all new. New advancements, quantum abilities, light speed abilities, teleportation abilities, navigating from high galactic timelines and then earthbound timelines, I call it. So when I say light speed, teleportation through light speed, this has been happening to me for about a year. When I went to Arizona, I went to go hang out in Arizona. I started advancing really fast into light speed abilities, where I was sitting there about like getting ready to run, and I was like almost teleporting, like going jump, like jumping light speed abilities. It was crazy. Anytime I move, I'm teleporting to grab things. And it looks, when I say light speed, it is light speed. And it does have to do with our vehicle, the quantum computer system vehicle. It is a plasma vehicle in itself. It is the plasma vehicle, okay? This is a new download. I have it all on writing. I have a huge poster board, all poster boards of writing of this plasma DNA. New Starseed plasma, I call it New Starseed plasma DNA. It's a whole new Merkaba system that I was activated on too. And I told you it's the Merkaba system of the 44 suns. I downloaded this, and everything is teleportation light speed, all in quantum physics, quantum mechanics, all kinds of shit. This is what I downloaded, and this is exactly a year ago. How long? Almost a year and a half ago, and I'm bringing all of these abilities online right now into the physical body. So just letting you know that if you're experiencing all these new abilities, you are really experiencing your Starseed, your indigo abilities, your crystal abilities, your new system abilities, okay? All right. I will do a podcast for the frequency fences and wires, because you might not know what we're talking about, but some might know what we're talking about. When I say that you're tripping on a wire and you're having sheer panic attacks, or you feel like crazy shit could come through your mind, like the whole world's collapsing, or even worse. It depends on what your fears are or how much programming you put into your body. Control programming through television, and I know it sounds really crazy, but it has a lot to do with crazy shit that you watched on television. Anything that you programmed yourself with can end up coming out when you hit these wires. So whatever your fear is, when you hit this wire, will amp up. Will just amp everything in the matrix, which is the mind. I call it the mind matrix, or the frequency fences of the matrix. Some people fractal really bad. I have a really great galactic council, but a lot of people can't hear the councils telepathically. Unfortunately, they can't. So my councils were there helping me, saying, you're tripping on a wire. This is happening to you. A lot of people that I see that are hitting these fences can't hear their higher selves or their councils at all, or are just listening to angelics or ascended masters that have no idea what the hell, have no clue whatsoever what is actually happening. Galactics will. Some ground crews guardians that could be multidimensionally with you, could be helping and assisting you telepathically. But if you can't hear them, then some of us wind up in really bad places. Some of us wind up with nothing. Some of us might wind up in a institutionalized, which is horrible. Okay? It's horrible that some of us wind up institutionalized, or even worse. I've watched someone recently lose everything, their kid, everything because of people that are fluctuating at a 3D and 4D and have no idea what is going on with this person, no empathy whatsoever, and like this person ended up losing everything, losing his kid, horrible shit, because they didn't understand that he was going through an awakening process, and he was hitting frequency fences, and he was hitting a wire so bad, and he had all this stuff coming up at the same time, all this anger and everything coming up, and he ended up losing everything. I'm hoping that will subside with him. But these are things that do happen, and it had a lot to do with soul groups and soul contracts of people around that didn't understand what was happening, and that was it. He ended up losing everything. So these are things where I said environment, but this person got switched on super fast and hit wires super fast, accelerated super fast during a acceleration of a pulsating of the sun. It was a pulsating of the sun, a gate that opened, and it was about a year ago. A gate that opened, a huge gate that opened. A lot of people got woken up really fast and awakened really fast, like lit up like a Christmas tree. That's what happened to this person, and ended up losing everything. So that he hit fences and frequency fences because he was wired, because of who he is, because he was an elder. And for some reason, a lot of us that are super important get wired really, our wires are worse going up. Our wires are worse if you don't realize that you could be like a really high galactic council member in here as a guardian. This person's wiring was a lot worse. So he hit fences really hard. And I'm hoping that his higher self will fix everything really fast for him, because it was a lot of negative agenda plugins that caused him to lose everything, but he had no idea that he was being accelerated and pushed and activated and woken up really fast by the pulsatings of the sun that happened about a year ago. So just letting you know that you want to learn how to ground if you're getting these really big rip opens by the pulsatings of the sun, and you're acting a little crazy because of the pulsatings of the sun. This will happen because of the density that's in your body, number one. Number two, it will happen also because you have fences of wiring through seals that you're not realizing, or you have no idea about whatsoever. You have no clue about these Jehovian seals. You don't have a clue about frequency fences or plugins, and you can end up hitting things really fast and maybe freaking out, kind of like the pulsatings of the sun's hitting the surges really fast, like kind of like a womp, 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 like trying to wake and accelerate you up. And you're just kind of like being ripped open into shreds, and you don't know it. Now, the higher self might take a few years to get everything back to normal for you, but sometimes the higher don't care. And I'm going to say the higher, the oversoul, might not give a crap about what's going on and just wants to rip you open and wake you up really fast for the ascension. So I believe that this can happen too. Just letting you know. Grounding, I promise you that if you have experienced this, I promise you in a few years that if you just do some really deep meditation, find some type of heart space open, grounding meditation with your higher self, I promise if you use things will come back together for you in your holographic reality, okay? Learning how to manage the anger of the density of the anger programming that could be coming up, learning how to manage through different conscious ways, or like a higher conscious reality. So learning deep meditation, earthing, and grounding will help you. Maybe dive into some shamanic techniques will actually help and assist you, okay? Releasing attachments to clearing the pain bodies, the pain traps, and the emotional, working through your emotional body and what is coming up with when you're hitting those fences of anger, or whatever is coming up. Learning deep meditation for clearing. YouTube has so many free meditations that you can do to help and assist you if you lose everything. Okay, a lot of us lose everything, and when I tell you a lot of us lose everything, I'm not kidding, I'm not joking, I'm not playing around. When I tell you they lose everything on the ascension process. A lot of us lose, and it's not lose, lost everything. Our house, it could be our family, it could be our job, it could be the car. Everything will go. Everything will go completely. Sometimes a lot of us experience, when we get the pulsatings from the activation from the higher, a lot of us for the ascension process will collapse everything completely. Everything will be taken from us completely in order to set us on to a higher timeline. It could take a few years to get us there, but it is to accelerate us onto a higher timeline. So just letting you know that this is actually has become the norm of things, to collapse everything in the reality in order to put a person onto 4D fluctuating to a 5D timeline. These things also can happen as well. So there's a lot of free meditations out there, a lot of things that you can do. That's why I speak, and you can always watch my stuff. I have tons and tons of stuff to help anybody that can't pay for classes, sessions, or etc. at this point in time. So I'm just letting you know that this can happen too with the pulsatings of the sun, with big gates that are opening, big activations. It is done to open your heart center, and it's also done for your ascension process to speed you up, okay, and for the light body. So just letting you know, it's not always darkness, it's not always the negative agenda. It's your higher self ripping everything down, breaking everything down to build something new in your reality. So, and it's the density in your body that needs to be cleared, and it is the consciousness of your holographic reality. So I just want to touch base on that. It's not always going to be negative agenda either. It could just be your higher self going, whoop, I'm taking you all the way up and out and putting you here in the 4D and 5D, and I need you to just sit here and connect with me for a little bit. They could be taking you out of major loops too. Just letting you know. Right? Okay. All right. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The energy is coming through. Look at the frequency fences in the matrix in the mind of what is being shown to you. Remember to deactivate and dismantle in the morning. Okay? We can do this, you guys. We can do all kinds of amazing stuff. I'll be teaching later on. Once I clear some things, I'll be teaching all this high quantum abilities, light speed abilities, where we should be moving really fast. You should be able to move fast with me and activate on everything. Dismantle. So I will be teaching this in the future, how to work through the plasma system. And I say work through the plasma work of the system because you will have to learn how to drive and navigate it, this big system that you're rolling in on, your conscious ship. I'll take a few questions. I'm going to do, what are we tuning into? I will be doing some light language transmissions. I'm going to sit and pull in the frequencies and the plasma frequencies of what's coming through. I'm going to be doing really fun. I'm actually excited. We're going to do a Draco Starseed transmission. So I'm going to be getting that done, and that's going to be for new plasma strands for all of our Draconian star seeds. or if you have, let's say, like you have 50% or 70% of this multidimensional you, I'm doing a transmission for them. So I'm actually really excited to do the Draco Starseed transmission. I'm going to be working through different Starseed transmissions, is what they're showing me, for different strands and upgrades, repairs, and restores. So I have this one coming through, and I'm going to be doing a transmission through today. I'm going to run it through myself first, kind of like activate and run, but I'm going to do clearing the subconscious transmission. So that's what came through today. So we are working on energy update as far as energetics go with this new pulsating of the sun, and pulsatings that are coming through, and new light activations are going to help us clear the subconscious. So we have to work on clearing the subconscious. I have to work on clearing the subconscious. So this will be another transmission that will come through. This could have been a reminder, but it's definitely connected to the new pulsating, new frequencies from the sun. We have all new frequencies coming through, okay? All new frequencies. The next thing that the hires are explaining, that everything needs to be cleansed out and cleared out in order to go into the 5D completely, that you will sit in void spaces from 4D to 5D until everything is completely cleared and transitioned for you to walk in. And when I say walking completely, I mean walking completely. Then you'll go into the 7Ds and to the hires, which are going to be fun, and then you'll just be completely out. You'll have to learn how to navigate in and out for a while, okay? The old has to go, so I have the crone for today. I'm saying all old has to go, but all wisdom needs to come in. So all elders are waking up. The crone to me seems old, but wise. All new wisdom is going to be coming in. You can see her there with her light staff too. Crow medicine. So we'll activate some crow medicine, but I do see all old needs to go. This is the last card, but the beginning card that I'm going to use today. Everything of old is going to have to leave. But you can see that she's just standing there, and all elders will be waking up. Like I said, we have some avatars are going to be waking up. When I say waking up, I'm saying going to the Christed avatar identity state. They could be being accelerated too, really fast. Union, sacred unions, Christos union. Sacred unions within yourself are important, balancing masculine and feminine energies, and then the divine child. Union, unity consciousness. Unity consciousness needs to be established within yourself first in order for you to do it external. For everyone to come into union. The external is going to be a lot harder with unity consciousness than it will be internalized, okay? You'll be tested on this too. Union, sacred unions. All sacred unions doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. A true sacred union is within. Deep sacred love within. You can have sacred unions with friendships, friends, dogs, cats. Sacred unions with animals. Sacred unions with your children. Sacred unions with Gaia, with the earth. I feel like this is going to be the year for the planetary union. So everybody write this down with me. I need to write this down. Planetary union. This is going to be definitely a cosmic planetary union, and then a planetary Gaia union between the human species and different species here. And I'm not talking about just the human species. I'm talking about other species that we are in other dimensions here on this planet. We'll do parallel Earth activation. Let me write this down before I forget. So let's activate with this. Beautiful Celtic work. I love this deck, Dreams of Gaia. Best deck in the world. Unity to consciousness is really important. You'll be tested over and over again. Manipulations will always happen. A true wise elder, a true master can see everything right in front of them. You can see when people are not ready for unity consciousness or don't know what unity is within themselves. All right, so let's write down together. Let's do a school. I'll start doing schooling here. Planetary union. This is going to be the year for planetary union and Gaia union between all species. I think this will be a good union between all dimensions too. That's what I see. Okay. Unity, so you have union with self. This is going to be important. Work on the self for your ascension process. It's your ascension. Let go of everything, all soul contracts. Take a year to yourself. I had great gifts this year. At the ending year, I had beautiful soul contracts come in, and I love all of them. My higher self told me just to go within for a while, so I do love you. I have a lot of stuff to look at within myself, but I had a great year. I had great abundance, beautiful things come in, and beautiful experiences by soul contracts, by help and assistance. I was able to go, no matter what happened to me, about any interference that happened to me, anything that did happen to me in my holographic reality, even if I had interference or attacks or different things that did happen to me, I am able to honor the beauty. I was able to travel back and forth through the country. I was able to go to Arizona. I was able to go to Utah. I was able to visit some Starseeds that listened to my lives. I was able to have a beautiful experience with my family, traveling back and forth. So regardless, I was able to experience beautiful things this year. I was able to travel and see the United States. Most people don't even leave their house. Okay, I'm very appreciative to all contracts, all clients that came to me and helped and assisted me during these times too. And I was able to travel and see beautiful things. So I have to look at the beauty of this year, since we're almost finished with this year. I have to look at the higher, from a higher perspective of appreciation and gratitude. Okay? Working on the self is important. I've taken years and years and years to work on myself. Only during my ascension process. Okay? I just now this year am working on myself, almost 2 years working on myself and my ascension process. Truly internally within, not looking for external soul contracts, codependency. So I'm just putting that out there, not kind of filtering through codependency programming, and really taking my ascension process seriously. So the self, union with the self, is going to be important this year. It's going to be important for August. The union with the self. These are the two cards. Deep sacred love with yourself. I see the blue rose. Blue rose is priest. Is it priesthood? Priesthood. You have the three doves. Trinity. We have the dragon. We have the golden body, solar golden body. That's what I'm constructing right now, is the solar golden body. I've been up to the God realms. We'll do the God realms tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but today this is what we're going to talk about. So the gold body is when you hit the God realms. That was beautiful and fun to go walk in there. It is gold. It looks golden like this. I started communication. I've always had communication with the gods, but I'm actually seeing them in front of me, and that's fine. I've seen them in front of me, but it's a little bit different when you're actually like going in through your holographic reality. Yeah, actually going in there, like access, full on access. Da-da-da-da. The child is going to be next. You can see this is a beautiful portal. I keep talking about the new children that are coming in. All of us are the new children. This is a gate. You can say the divine inner child. Yeah, lots of starships here. Yep. If you can look at this card, it's a beautiful card. You can see a Stargate conscious ship. I feel like all the new children that are coming in right now. We have new children being born today, right now. New babies. All new babies, all old babies, all of us are opening up some huge stargates on this planet. Opening up some huge portals. I can see it. Every time that you come in here, every one of us that comes in here, we open up a gate through the canal of our mother. I see the new ones that are coming in right now, the children. This is their frequency if you actually look at it. It is our frequency, all of ours together, but this is a new frequency, and they're opening up huge gates for us. Please love and care for them. It's actually really serious. A lot of Syrian ones coming in. But anyways, if you actually look at this and look at the gate behind, this is like an activation of the child, finding our divine inner child. Right here. That is a beautiful, beautiful card. A lot of us older ones are doing major cleanup. To my star sister yesterday, I had a great connection with her. She's doing major, major cleanup. We're doing major work, but major heart space work with clearing, transitioning souls over. Transitioning souls that have had serious trauma exiting. Okay, a lot of the sex trafficking, child trafficking, we're still doing work and clearing up that and with groups. So all of the guardians, beautiful guardians that are doing this, it's a lot of work to do, not only energetically, but when you're receiving it, profitably. What? Okay, that's fine. The hires are saying to stay away from high technology voltages. Computer systems, if you have a bunch of stuff in the house, if you're okay, that's fine. I'll go into this just for a second before we end. My consciousness, okay, my sensitivity is so sensitive. Like I was saying earlier about poisons, like going into certain places with heavy cleaning fumes. It's going to be the same for technology. Technology around your house. Telephone poles, high voltage areas. They're saying to keep clear of these things. So if you want to go on vacation for about a few weeks, if you're as sensitive as I am, it will start to affect you. Start scanning through your house, start looking at technology, start turning off things, turn off Wi-Fi, go look at your telephone poles that are outside. How far away from the house are they? High voltage areas, high voltage places. You could become as sensitive as me and start being really affected by the waves from our technology devices that we have. This can happen to you too. Okay? If you need to, go take a vacation for a few weeks. Go out into the earth, go camping, is what they're saying. Okay? Start being aware of technology devices that you have in your house. Start turning off things before you go to bed. Okay? Because I have been experiencing some crazy shit for about a year and a half. I can see that I'm receiving Facebook and all the stuff that we have on our phone through my third eye. Even our texts, our icons from our texts, I was seeing them through my third eye. Video games that kids are playing through my third eye. And channeling through my Merkaba vehicle. Channeling these games. Okay, streaming the games like a radio. Okay, just letting you know, guys. When you get up to Merkaba phase 4 I call it, next level, this could be happening to you. So make sure you turn all this stuff off. I don't know what to tell you. You're probably gonna have to go live in the woods. That's what I said. I was like, eventually I'm gonna have to just go get an RV and live in the woods. Tomorrow, if you guys want me to do any topics of conversations, email me. This is for Starseeds. This is for the Indigos. This is for the people on their Ascension journey. The Indigos. Where did that come from? This is for the crystals, the rainbows. If you have questions and you want answers, this is going to be my podcast, my new thing I'm doing. Email me at awakeningwithakasha@gmail.com. Start writing to me so I can start answering your questions. I'm here for you. I didn't get awakened and slaughtered open for no reason. I will try to explain the best that I can for you, for information, but I speak in star language. I speak quantumly. So you'll receive the download through blueprint either way. If I don't answer properly to you, what I'm trying to explain is, that's fine. I speak in star language. Majority of the time I speak Galactic languages and Angelic languages. So I will do my best to answer you. Okay? I'm also not from this universe. Yeah, I'm from a higher harmonic. Okay? That's like the next thing. So I will do the best that I can. But if you have questions, email me. The next thing is my classes. I'm going to run down the line on my classes. Tune into my community page. I'm always posting my classes for you guys to get together in groups. I would like to have at least 10 people there. I have meditation classes about every other week. They're $33 to join. It's going to be an hour and a half, activating your 12 crystalline DNA strands. Please join in with us and in groups. I will have more workshops to join in groups. I have this Saturday, I have a workshop for $55 to join in. My workshops are about 3 hours long at least, you guys. You can meet starseeds, meet indigos, meet in groups so we can get to know each other, and so you can be with your soul family, so you're not feeling like you're completely isolated out there. We will be working quantumly in all of my workshops. So bring crystals, bring cards, bring tools, bring paper, bring markers, colored markers, bring dry eraser boards if you have to, so you can learn. I teach you how to bring in codes, light codes, quantum mechanics, and quantum physics. Drawing, it all depends on how you're going to channel, but we work in my workshops as groups. Everything is quantum flow and quantum acceleration. Everything will be through the hires, the guardian councils, guardian alliance. This is how we work. Nothing is really structured. It's a little bit structured, but we're teaching you guys how to open up and how to quantum flow. Through quantum acceleration, You will always receive blueprints and activations during my workshops. That will be about every weekend, or it will be every other week. We also have a Star Language of Light Healers course, and that's $444 for 5 weeks. Private sessions or group sessions where we work in a group. We're looking for 14 people to train as students. If you want information on that, contact me at awakeningwithakasha@gmail.com. We are starting on the Lion's Gate on 8/8 at 7 p.m. 714 777 888 777. We're starting on this date. It will be for 5 weeks. It's going to be activations for Star Language of Light, hands-on training, speaking, you will be speaking, and drawing. I've had some students open up and they're just drawing, oh my God, all kinds of stuff, like beautiful, beautiful artwork. I'm posting it on my community page. Everything that we do, I share. You'll learn hands-on, you're gonna learn how to work and train and advance in your abilities through your Merkaba vehicle, through your holographic screen. This is how we are training. Cosmic shamanism and intuitive healing for hands-on, verbal, and distant healing. It's going to be fun. You can do it in a group or you can do it private sessions. It's totally up to you. So this is what we have going on, and we're looking for 14 students to join with us and have fun. You will be working for 5 weeks, and it's really important because you're going to be clearing at the same time and clearing through the emotional body. We work as a union, we work as a group, and then you will be accelerated and pushed to go and start your own energetic healing business and becoming healers. So I will be annoying and preaching this at the end of every one of my lives. So I want all healers to come forth, all starseeds, all indigos to start coming forth, because this is what we're going to teach. Come to my workshops, come in groups, and have fun. Everything's high vibe, everything is high fun. My higher selves will not allow anything else in, no manipulation, no drama whatsoever. Only unity consciousness, okay? So I'm hoping I hope a lot of people do come, because a lot of us are still fluctuating in the 4D. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to have fun. We're going to open up. We expand and we rise and raise each other up, okay? This is what we're doing. This is about a heart space of love and unity consciousness in my groups and in my classes. So the higher selves will direct you. They want you to show up and to have your heart open, and we all learn together in this space. I am just to sit and hold space with a bunch of guardians. You guys are already your higher selves. I just help you open up and I just help you open and learn. You guys are already there, okay? It's really that simple. You can say I'm a teacher. I'm just there to assist and direct with the guardians. That's what I really am. They're the teachers speaking through the frequencies, giving frequencies to me to speak to you guys. That's about it. You guys are already there. We're already activated and already awake. We just need to open up the doors and just remember again. Okay? So I love you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will be there tomorrow night at my meditation. Okay? I hope so. 8/8 Lionsgate is huge. We're walking through that. We have the sun working with us and a few other star systems working with us through this gate. And it's really exciting too. So I hope I have a bunch of healers show up so we can start together either in a group, or you can do private sessions if you don't want to work in a group. It's fine. But that's going to be like a huge gate to work through. It's going to be beautiful working through that course with all of you. So I'm really excited to see who even shows up. Super excited. So bring everything with you, bring your crystals, get ready to have fun and expand. Because I had, my last group was 7 and they opened up and they expanded big time. I'm really proud of you, Chance. I love you. I hope I get to hear from you again in Hawaii. Love you guys. Have a great day today. I'll see you tomorrow.